Okay, so I want to show you a little bit of what you can do on how you can use art to release and create in your life now. So I have my little canvas here. It's just a little, I don't know, 6 by 6 canvas. And I have laid out my space on my table. I've got some of my sacred, beautiful sacred pieces here. And I'm going to just smudge my canvas and my space. And I also have my journal out because I was doing some journaling this morning and I really felt like I needed to take that journaling to the canvas because it will take it to the next level. So the smudge is a wonderful way to cleanse any heavy energies off of my canvas that may have picked up in its journey to my home. And this particular canvas has been sitting in my closet on a shelf for a long, long time. So it's good to just cleanse out any heavy lingering energies. And now my journal is right here. You probably can't see it, but it's just offside here. And I'm going to take my paints, just some basic colors here. I've got white and magenta, I've got violet and blue and yellow. And I'm just going to review what's in my journal a little bit and take some of those key words and infuse them into my canvas because the journal is still quite fresh in my mind and what I wrote, and it's in my heart. And now I'm going to put it into my canvas here. And some of the words that I have been working on are release. So I'm just going to write release, forgive. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Let go. And create new. It's all about being new, letting go of the past and just being open, fresh. And you can paint symbols on here. You can create whatever you want. This is going to be covered up and nobody is going to see it. This is just my own personal, private messages, right? So this is how I begin. Now I'm gonna time lapse the next section, but the next one is going to be on just playing with the paint. So in the next layer that I put on here, I'm just going to play and I'm just going to keep in mind what I had journaled out. Now I had just 2 days ago, I did a soul retrieval, which is something that I do and I'm starting to do for people. But a soul retrieval is a wonderful way of just picking up pieces of your soul, fragments of your soul that may be clinging to past events in your life. So if you've been working through clearing old stories and old energies out, but you still feel like it keeps coming back, it keeps recurring, it keeps coming up in your life. I mean, there's a certain amount of work we continue to do. It's a practice that we do every day of clearing things out. But a soul retrieval is a powerful way of bringing back those pieces of energy that may be clinging to the past. And so when you do that, it allows you to move forward with more power, with more centeredness, and just standing more fully in your power instead of being fragmented into pieces. You can never be separated. Your soul can never be separated. It's your soul. But like your mind can be on many different things and multitasking. But when you bring it to your present moment, you bring power with it. And the same thing with your soul. When you bring all of those little fragmented pieces that are clinging to emotional events in your past, then you bring more power to your presence. And so, what I have found 2 days ago, I did this, and it's been a very powerful shift for me. I'm finding that things are really becoming fully clear for me, and I'm clearing it out. I'm cleaning out the blocks that are keeping me from moving forward in a more powerful, centered way now, because the past is no longer holding me there. Then the past is the past, and that's what this was all about. The past is the past. Let it go, release it. You're a new person every day, and the past only holds meaning when we allow it to hold meaning, when we assign meaning to it. And so it's just let it go and release that meaning that you've held onto for so long. Almost like having amnesia for the past negative events. You take your blessings and your learning and your growth and your wisdom from them, and then you move forward. So I'm going to do another section here, but I'm going to do it more in high speed so that you can see what I mean by playing with your canvas and with the journal. Okay, so here is the painting after it dried. And you can take your painting, your little kind of creative scribble that you did, and turn it into, like, just turn it around. Look at it from every direction. Take some time peering into your creation. What do you see? What do you see? And just let it sit in front of you for a bit and gaze into it. And there's so many beautiful shapes and symbols that would call out to you. One of the things that I saw when I looked at this was, first of all, I saw a heart here and an arrow at the same time. I saw, it looks like a tree here, and another tree on this side, almost a pathway. So it seemed to me there's this beautiful feminine shape here, like a feminine goddess shape, and she seemed to be pregnant, a pregnant goddess. And what appeared to me was the light was coming from her almost. She is the light as she walked. And there's snake here. I saw snake. And I think snake represents Kundalini energy. So I let it sit and I just gazed at it. And I went back to my journal and I started to create a story around what I saw. And I did see arrow shapes too, like this corner here is like an arrow shape too, and the top of what may be her head, or I don't know, the top of this feminine goddess shape. So I saw her pregnant with the sun within her. I saw the Kundalini energy in the snake shape. I also noticed that the goddess here is as tall as the trees with the sun within her. So she's walking through the forest. So now I'm going to start to create a story with this. She's walking through the forest. The sky is alive with the sunrise that is pushing the darker sky out, so pushing it away. There is lots of fire energy or Kundalini energy rising. She is pregnant with the light, with newness, with new ideas, new creativity. She is bringing the sun wherever she walks. She is the sun. There may be busyness in the forest around her, but where she walks, it clears. She is clear. In the forest, there's color and richness beneath all the chaos. So this is what I saw. You may see something different, but this is where then I begin. So let's see what this turns into as we move forward with our painting. This is what I created. Now, this wasn't what I expected. I certainly didn't expect to just create this beautiful, wise woman with her owl on her shoulder, but it is what came up. And it came after I sat with my painting for quite a while, and all of a sudden I had this vision of what to paint. Your painting background doesn't have to be what you end up painting. You can leap from that point. Just kind of use that painting as a point to move forward and create your own painting. So your right side is unified with your soul and it's connected to your higher wisdom. We need to get out of our left brain that's, trying to think of solutions to problems and let inspirations come. They come from the softer, creative, feminine right side. Get out of your left brain. Get out of that linear brain. When you paint, you move into that creative, intuitive, feminine side. And for me, this painting holds a lot of meaning, and it's connected to the soul retrieval that I did, as well as the journaling that I did. It took it to much deeper levels than just journaling and leaving it in my journal. So have some fun with your canvas. Ask your questions, set your intentions for answers, and then play at the canvas. Have fun.